Good evening and a warm welcome to all the parents and guests present here on this very special session of Mitra for Life. Thursday's Tea Time Chats, that's we fondly call it. Before we begin, a few words about the work we do at Mitra for Life. We are a community working towards empowering children and young adults with special needs to be independent and help them integrate better in a social setup. We have online parent forum, panel discussions, we curate new experiences and have festival celebrations too. We would like to present a short video about Mitra for Life and our activities.
Mitra for Life is a non-profit organization working to create social change for children and youngsters with autism and special needs. We are a real-world social network bringing together the community. We create opportunities for youth to build friendships and have new fun experiences. Parent support and awareness programs are also our focus. We curate fun weekend outings in a group and new experiences like a trek and day trips. The Youth Club is a fun online socials for youngsters. #Unlabel, our flagship project, showcases the amazing talents of youngsters with autism and special needs. We bring together like-minded parents to build a strong parent network, creating bonding with fun celebrations and social events. All our programs now run online, engaging and empowering youngsters to connect and socialize. We have impacted over 950 families from 15 cities across India, and over 200 youth volunteers have been a part of the change. There is no limit to what we can accomplish together. Mitra for Life, a friend for life. To support us, go to mitraforlife.org.
Thank you, Sujani. Please do join our community by looking us up on mitraforlife.org for more details. Every October is observed as the Down Syndrome Awareness Month. This evening, it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Tejal, a proud mother and founder of Happiness is Khushi and the Bangalore Humsafars, the first support group for Down syndrome families in Bangalore. She has been a speaker at the United Nations and is a passionate special educator and social worker and the co-founder of Sarathi Academy of Learning. To create larger awareness and acceptance, Tejal has also developed and established the first formal course in Down syndrome. The 4-month program is for anyone who wants to know more about the condition and the work with people who have Down syndrome. She strongly advocates mainstream inclusion of children and adults with Down syndrome and has connected with more than 1,000 people across the globe to spread the awareness. A very warm welcome to you, Tejal, and we look forward of hearing your journey with your child with the Down syndrome. But before I hand it over to you, I hand it over to Sujani for a lovely video we have put together for the Down syndrome month.
Thank you so much, Arpita. Welcome, Tejal. We're really looking forward to this inspiring and wonderful session with you. We all know October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month, where we celebrate individuals with Down syndrome and make people become aware of their abilities and accomplishments. And also to bring a change in social perception that, they can have it all like everyone else. They can go to school, college, have a career, family, they can pursue hobbies and much more.
Yes.
As part of our Down syndrome awareness campaign, we collaborated with a brand called IndieBox. And where two of our very own super talented, chirpy and bright youngsters, and divas, if I may call them, Pravalika Bhagavatulla and Deenal Jain, are flaunting their, handcrafted outfits from IndieBox, a brand for ethnic and contemporary apparels, working with local artisans to make fashion sustainable. Well, yeah, so I think we have to give it up for the two divas,
Yeah,
yeah, who
that
made this
that
possible.
really pepped us up. Great.
Yeah, and like they say, smile, attitude, and confidence never goes out of style. And just watching both of them, while doing the photo shoot, it was I think it brought a lot of smiles on our faces.
Fantastic.
So, yes, over to you, Tejal. We would definitely love to hear a lot about about your journey. How did it all start? You're a special educator. You're founder of several key initiative projects that are doing so well and creating an impact around the globe and across India. Also, Bangalore Humsafars. Then the science workshops that I have seen. That you conduct, and Ganit, if I may know a little bit more about Ganit, and also happiness is Khushi. So over to you, Tejal.
Amazing. Thank you so much, first of all, for such a grand welcome and an amazing introduction. It was so nice. It really excited me. And I'm so happy to be here. And I'm so fortunate that you considered me worthy to share my experience on this platform today. And congratulations for the amazing work you have been doing, such a beautiful video you have created, and your initiatives for people with Down syndrome also. It's amazing to see, and together we will reach out to more and more people and try to benefit. That is what is the idea of this particular session. And just, I'm short of words now, but amazing work. And let me start sharing my screen just for an idea to last but not the least, thanks to Dr. Madhuri to get in touch with me for taking up this session and celebrating the Down Syndrome Awareness Month, because they are totally worth it. All right, so I will be sharing a small video, awareness video, which will speak about a little bit about my journey and about the work which is happening all across India as of now, in association with Down Syndrome Federation of India also, and a lot of other initiatives. So, that is a brief, so that, everybody is aware as to what all work is happening and how they can also connect with us. So it's a 10-minute video. I will just share it and then we can have our conversation. Yes? Sure. Yeah, you can see my screen. Yes.
Come,
audible.
Let us together make a better, inclusive world for people with Down syndrome. It is challenging, but definitely rewarding. This is the story of Tejal Shah. It all began when she was getting her nest ready for her first child. She had no inkling that her foray into the world of motherhood will help her to find her true calling. to help people. Over the last 5 years, Tejal Shah, a special educator, a fashion designer and mother of one, has tirelessly worked to change society's views and perceptions on Down syndrome and has been creating more supportive environment for people with Down syndrome. Tejal Shah, an Excellence Award winner for the cause of Down syndrome and for establishing a course on Down syndrome in association with Down Syndrome Federation of India, a proud parent, a special educator, the co-founder of Bangalore Humsafars, a WhatsApp parent support group, and a co-founder of the first formal certificate program on Down syndrome in India. As a special educator, she has developed her own socio-communication program and a reading program. She also gives guidance to parents on strategies to work with their children and home programs for children depending on their levels.
When did you find out about your daughter's diagnosis? What did you do after you found out? And did you follow the early intervention program?
November 9th, 2013 was the happiest day of our life. My husband and I were blessed with our beautiful daughter Khushi. 21 days later, we were informed that our daughter had been diagnosed with Down syndrome. This news absolutely tore us apart. I was shattered like any other parent who would always wish the best of the health for her child. Like most parents, what I did was search the internet about Down syndrome, read a lot, met a few parents and children with Down syndrome. While that did give me a lot of insight on Down syndrome and families living with the syndrome, I wasn't too satisfied. I was desperate to learn more about the syndrome to give the best to my daughter. Well, my life changed when Khushi was just 2 months old and I met Dr. Rekha Ramachandran, President of Down Syndrome Federation of India, who is the driving force of this community since the last 38 years. She is my godmother and a special friend who is very close to my heart. A true big heart, I must say, who believes in giving unconditionally without any expectations. She inspires me every moment. So she connected me to her entire medical team and put Khushi in an early intervention program with her physiotherapist and filled me with a lot of hope and positivity. After that, there was no looking back. I started speech therapy sessions for Khushi when she was 14 months old and practiced it religiously with her at home. I used talk tools which really helped Khushi to attain clarity and strengthened her facial muscle tone. At 18 months, I took her to mother-toddler programs, music group sessions in order to develop her social and communication skills. This continued till she turned 4. At around 4, reading was introduced to her, and today at 6, she does love reading a lot of books. A lot of park time and interaction with the peer group was a priority always in her schedule. Sports like swimming, gymnastics have also been introduced to her from a very young age. So now at 6, she has already learned cycling without balance wheels and also knows yoga very well. She does love classical singing also and knows around 10 songs. Definitely there were struggles and challenges and all of that, but I have not left any stone unturned in developing Khushi's personality, and I will continue doing the same.
How did Bangalore Humsafars group form? What number has it grown to today?
When I attended the World Down Syndrome Congress in Chennai in 2015, I got the opportunity to connect to the experts and parents from all over the world. It was an amazing experience, I must say. So I wanted other parents to experience the same, and I also wanted to share the information with the parents who could not attend the conference or were not aware about such valuable events being held in the country. That led me to start a WhatsApp support group in my city with another parent. This group is called Bangalore Humsafars, and as of today, there are more than 250 parents in the group.
How does this group help parents and their children?
In this group, the parents empower each other, organize get-togethers, bond and help each other, discuss issues, share information, give feedback about their daily lives, therapists, doctors, inclusive schools, and centers which support people with Down syndrome to a large extent. We've also planned and organized an all-India meet of 92 families with children with Down syndrome in the year 2017 for 3 nights and 4 days in Bangalore. This was an enriching experience for all involved. They got the opportunity to learn from each other and understand that a holistic approach is the best way to bring out the true potential of children with Down syndrome. Experts from various fields such as art, music, theatre, dance, yoga were invited to deliver practical sessions for parents here. Since 2018, we have been providing free medical checkup camps so that all experts are under one roof, allowing children to benefit the most. In 2019, we initiated a tie-up with Rainbow Hospital Bangalore, which will eventually provide a one-stop medical support for all the children with Down syndrome.
What is the educational toolkit? What age group of children benefits from it? Who all can use it?
Educational Toolkit is considered as an important resource by the Down Syndrome Federation of India and is recommended for the overall development of a child. The tools are for the age group 2 years to 15 years ideally. However, it also varies from child to child. For complete details, here is the link. This kit consists of 16 tools as of now, some of which cater to sensory needs, explains emotions, takes care of the processing and perception skills, behavior, reading, comprehension skills, and sex education too. This toolkit was created with the goal to assist mothers who are struggling to find time to work with their children in creative and easy ways. Moreover, it also helps therapists and teachers as it's a ready resource that can be used to work with children depending on their individual requirement. As of now, more than 120 kits have been dispatched. This toolkit has been presented at various conferences, institutes and awareness camps in the last 3 years.
When and why was the first certificate course on Down syndrome introduced in India? What are the benefits?
In 2019, I along with Dr. Rekha Ramachandran developed the first formal course on Down syndrome in India. This course educates doctors, teachers, parents, special educators, therapists, and anyone who is interested in improving the lives of people with Down syndrome. It gives in-depth knowledge about the condition and gives an insight into the lives of children and adults with Down syndrome. The participants do get a certificate on completion from Information and Resource Center and Down Syndrome Federation of India.
Are you planning to start an online course? Why?
Yes, I'm currently developing the first online certificate course on Down syndrome in association with Down Syndrome Federation of India and Information and Resource Center. I'm very excited to share that we are starting this course on 20th of June 2020. People from anywhere around the world will be able to access it. The reason for having this course online is not everyone can go to an institute, right? But they can do this course online and support people with Down syndrome. There is definitely a lot of hope for people with Down syndrome if they are given the right opportunities at the right time. They can do wonders and can many times perform better than the typical people.
How can anybody contribute to the cause of Down syndrome or do a course on Down syndrome offline or online, or how can they take guidance for their child?
In case you wish to provide support in any medical camp, or if you want any guidance related to Down syndrome, participate in any of the program mentioned, or if you wish to enroll in the online or offline course on Down syndrome, please do get in touch on this number with Tejal Shah on 9886 000154, or you can also email on tejalvikashshah@gmail.com, or you can visit the Down Syndrome Federation of India website, which is www.downsyndrome.in. Join us to make a difference, and let's together work for the cause of Down syndrome, as every life matters.
Thank you.
No, I was saying that what an amazing journey it has been for you, and hats off to all your efforts. Totally inspirational, totally inspirational.
Thank you, thank you. And we are not stopping there. We keep going and going. And this was still last year. So, but I made it because I think this can be used forever for any new parent or anybody who needs support. So, as I had mentioned in that, we are going to start online, but we have already started, and this is our second batch online, and we have people from all across the globe. We also have, a parent who has joined us from the US. Can you believe she is so dedicated that she, even with the time difference, she has joined. So that much the parents are so interested when, it comes to learning. So
Seriously, as they say, there's nothing that we can accomplish without the community being involved, right?
very
That
true.
means everybody, each and every one of us.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. And we are so blessed to have such a beautiful community under the guidance of Dr. Rekha, which I just you would have seen in
right.
the video. She is the pillar of all of us. I mean, she is the biggest support. I think without her, we can't imagine our lives. And I think she is here today. She is watching, and I'm so glad that she's watching our session.
we're, we're so grateful to have you with us, Dr. Rekha.
Yeah.
And I think, before we start off the intro, the conversation and questions, I just want to say that I think wherever you are today, I can tell that you must be feeling really tall and proud, right? Of all the learnings and takeaways that you've had from all the hardships, sacrifices, all the uncertainties, and also celebrating wonderful and precious and special moments with your daughter, Khushi,
Oh my
right?
God. My biggest guru is my daughter.
Yes.
I don't think this beautiful life, I mean, I would have such a deep and meaningful life if she would not be a part of I can't imagine the life without her.
Right.
It would be just any other life, but with her, it has added so much meaning to my life. I'm so grateful, so full of gratitude that God blessed me, and then I would not change a thing, for her. Even if I get a rebirth, I want Khushi only as my daughter.
Such a wonderful thing to say, and may you be blessed with many Khushis.
So much they teach us. Oh my God, every moment I learn so much. Only because of her, I am what I am. My identity is created due to my child.
Right.
So what else can a
Yeah,
mother can ask for?
I couldn't agree more. So, so Teju, your video also spoke about the early intervention, right?
Yes,
And once a diagnosis happens, the assessment starts off very early.
very true.
Yeah, so what do you think are the key areas that really need to be addressed or even prioritized when you're actually thinking about early intervention, especially when you start off really early for your child?
Right. So, first of all, I think there are a lot of new parents also who have joined us. So, for them, I just want to give a brief about what is Down syndrome, and then I think they can relate more as to why these areas need to be addressed on a regular basis. So, a little bit of a brief about what is Down syndrome. So, Down syndrome is basically a medical condition, and there are three types of Down syndrome. And we will just talk about the most common, which is trisomy 21, which affects 94% of people with Down syndrome, and which is called trisomy 21. So normally, what happens is every typical body, you and me, we all are having 46 chromosomes, all right? So what happens with people with Down syndrome is that they have one extra chromosome in which is present in every cell of their body. So that is the difference between our bodies and people with Down syndrome. So what happens is when every cell of the body is affected, because of that extra chromosome, the medical complications develop and there is a developmental delay, right? So, and it varies from mild to moderate, which you can figure out over a period of time, which you cannot come. A lot of parents ask me, how can we figure out, ways whether my child is mildly affected or moderately. So I would say, you cannot identify initially, but majorly, if at all, the medical aspect, like I mentioned, because of that extra chromosome, which is present in every cell, the medical complications happen. So trisomy 21 is nothing but medical. It is completely medical, right? So what we need to do is every 6 months when the child is born, we need to check on the thyroid levels. If the child is having heart issues, of course, the cardiologist you need to meet. Then the hearing needs to be taken care of, the eyesight, because it affects many people with Down syndrome. So every 6 months for the first 5 years is what we recommend. They need to they need to get assessed from the doctor, and also the dentist. A lot of times it is ignored. The dental is so important because many times the speech gets affected because the dental part is not, dental part is ignored. So so dental is considered to be one of the most important parts to be assessed every 6 months. And of course, the oromotor intervention, which also needs to be done, because what happens is a lot of our children are having hypotonia. So hypotonia is basically low muscle tone, because of which there is a lot of there is a lot of drooling, and facial muscles are also not very strong. So this oromotor is so important that from the beginning, if you need to start doing the various massages, which are all, right now everything is available. So we just need to contact the right people, and we have the entire experts on board. We have, everybody is there in the federation. They're all associated. So we have all filtered feedback oriented doctors where, they just have to reach out. So, why I'm stressing on these medical doctors, because that is the crucial part. If that is taken care of, your child with Down syndrome will go on the top, and if that is ignored, sadly, definitely it's going to go for a toss. So you have to be really wise and prioritize that medical aspect, behavior, and all. People start thinking about why my child is behaving. It is all connected. So you see, for example, if the thyroid levels are not, if the child is having hypothyroid, okay, so what happens is the child will not be able to sit in the classroom. He will be just lying down and not able to focus because there is no medication. If the child is hyperthyroid, he'll be just moving around. He'll not be able to sit at a place, right? So all that is why this is so important, thyroid, that if the problem, and simple, it is just regular checkup and take the medication. Only for thyroid, we recommend medication. For the rest of the things, it's all holistic is what we suggest. But regular checkups are very important. And the two most important things which we need to do from the beginning, and I started at 2 months, was physiotherapy, because of the right guidance from the Federation and Dr. Rekha, and connecting with the entire team. And that is how the first, these two are the main people whom you need to start off as early as possible. I know parents who have just started at 1 month, and you can see the results very, very soon, if at all they are, dedicatedly, and consistency is so important. It's not like if you do for a month, if you have a gap for 2 months, then the child will fall back. So we need to be very, very consistent at whatever we do and very sincere about it. You will see the results absolutely happening, because it is proven, and it is, you can see, all our children are doing so well because of all the resources available. So I think I have answered your question.
Yes, most certainly. And when the diagnosis was shared with you initially, right? And I'm sure it did take some time for you to accept, the situation and turn that into an opportunity where you can work on yourself and the child.
Yes.
So how difficult or how challenging has it been for you, and what challenges have you faced, and what did you do to overcome them?
Sure. So, definitely, as when the news was broken to me, it was not easy because there was no history about this condition in my family, nor from my husband's side, nor nor from my family. There was no history, right? And I had not heard the name of Down syndrome, to be very frank. It was completely new. So, of course, the acceptance was very low at that point of time. And I was continuously researching and, looking for some positive news from somewhere and, achievements. Unfortunately, that time, very, most of the news was very heartbreaking and, very negative. So, and I did meet a lot of people. It did give me, I kept meeting a lot of parents, and it did give me a lot of insight about Down syndrome. But, most of it was very partial and mechanical. So like always keep saying, then after 2 months, my life completely changed when I went to Chennai. When I met Dr. Rekha and the Federation, the entire team, it was like a complete thing available. And I could not have asked for anything else. It was so positive after talking to her, and the entire medical team is so senior and so supportive. That's how the need that of having this medical team in every city. I got, that was my idea after a couple of years of, experiencing this facility. For me, if at all I'm a new parent and I don't know anything, I'm wasting so much of time, right? So, and I got it at the right time. So that is what I wanted to do, that to create a same support group, which they have in Chennai, in Bangalore itself. So that's how we then, tied up with the Rainbow Hospital. I spoke to the pediatrician, my regular pediatrician, that let's have a medical camp. And then it was so beautiful that he himself offered that, let's have it regularly. And every 6 months, I mean, of course, during the lockdown, we could not have, but definitely we did it online also. So we started medical camps wherein all the medical experts of, different specialty were under one roof. Otherwise, like how you asked me about the challenges, it was so challenging for me also initially when I used to come back to Bangalore, and I used to always go to Chennai for regular feedback, at least for the first 3 years, because I was not sure about the right doctors here. So, so it was so challenging for me also, right, to go to pillar to post to find out the right doctors and all. Then, but this support group, that is how I developed this Bangalore Humsafar, wherein I just started with 5 parents, and then slowly each parent was used to keep on adding, because they would meet them in different classes and different therapy centers. So that's how, and everybody started sharing, and it has grown so beautifully, such an evolved, amazing group which we have. Anybody posts any query, any requirement, and everybody is there to support. So that's the beauty of the team. Like you said, without a team, nobody can survive. So if you have a team, I mean, we can do everything, is what I feel. And we are blessed to have that. So yeah, that was one of the challenges.
Yeah.
And the other challenge which I would like to mention was, when I started the academics part. So I was just trying to teach my daughter. I used to order sometimes I'm using, ordering from some other country. then it's become so expensive, right? The tools, the right material to teach our children in a different way, it becomes so time consuming. So, but then I fortunately did a course on special education, and that gave me a lot of ideas to create, different materials which could be used for, the entire community as a standardized resource so that the other mothers and the other educators who are mothers don't go through the same struggle which I went through. So that's how I converted that challenge as an opportunity and developed a toolkit wherein all these early for the entire early development and almost day to day, all the day-to-day concepts which are so important, like calendar concept or the emotion development, or you can say sensory. There's a lot of our children have sensory issues. So I have standardized it and developed as a toolkit and have given to so many parents. So it makes life so much easier for them because they don't have to research now. It's all tried and tested by the Federation also. It has been approved. It has been published in international journals also. So, they have to just take it and start using. That way you save so much of time and effort. And you have such creative, colorful tools, and the children learn so fast. So that's how I have tried to, convert all my challenges into opportunities and tried to benefit as much as possible the parents. And that's my ultimate goal, to just keep on empowering as many parents. And that is how every child is going to bloom, right? So.
Absolutely, so well said. And I'm sure you must have made a lot of changes to your daily routine, right?
Yes.
So this is definitely the new Tejal,
Oh, yeah.
before, right, before Khushi. So
Oh, surely.
could you talk a little bit more about the changes that you made? It could be your lifestyle or everyday routine or things that you do, to help Khushi's development.
Sure. So first of all, I made a complete career shift. As you had seen in the video, that I was running a boutique, and I was doing designing, and I was all into a fully glamorized segment. But yeah, after my daughter was born, it didn't have any value for me because she became the complete priority. And I think that was the best decision I took. I of course, I studied special education, and on a regular basis, day to day changes, what I did was, I used to continuously converse with her, make a lot of conversation. I mean, till now I do. But of course, that time it was non-stop because, of course, the speech was still developing. But now she's the chatterbox even beyond me. So, so, so continuous conversations about everything and talk about everywhere. I used to take her. I used to keep on talking to her. Okay, we are going here. This auntie we are going to meet. These children we are going to meet. You're going to meet your friends. You're going to have a blast today. And every day was a celebration. Every day is a celebration, is what I believe. And I was doing everything, all these things with her. Then, also I was exposing her to different environments, and I never kept her homebound. So I used to always look out for different places because Dr. Rekha also had mentioned, introduce her to different climates. So we traveled immensely. It may be nearby also. It might not be different countries. I would go to certain villages. We would just drive down every weekend somewhere or the other. We just have had the best time because of her. So many places I could see. So yeah, because every 3 months we used to just travel other cities or other places. But we used to make sure that every weekend we are traveling somewhere far away, for her to experience a different climate. And so that also stimulates a lot. It gives a lot of stimulation, right? These little things, if we take care, I think we can see such beautiful results. And of course, I did only I as I already mentioned that I just did speech therapy and physiotherapy. These two consistently I did for first 3 years. But along with that, I was more, for me, the more important part was the social interaction. The social interaction wherein the programs like Mother Toddler program, the musical programs and the fun-based classes, it just added to her joyfulness. I mean, she's super joyful, but I could see the glee, the amount of happiness she used to have to go to all these classes instead of going to therapies, because there she used to see, her own people, her own the same peer group. So, and that is the best thing. They always long for that. And now the friends are her lifeline. So, and I mean, without friends, I don't really think she would be doing what she is doing now. So friends is very, very important. Everything a parent can't do, one person can never do. I would always give credit to my entire support system, mainly the friends and my, the environment which I'm in. It's just thankfully so inclusive. So also I started taking her to preschool at the age of 14 months. And, I used to just sit outside for an hour and just observe her. So these are the kind of changes I have made on a regular basis. And I have taken her to park every day. I didn't miss any day. And I used to call a lot of children from the beginning to my house, because as I told you, friends is so important for the communication, I think, for the overall development. And I did not just cater to just one particular age group. I was catering to all different age group children also. So that also, she needs to be exposed. So whatever knowledge I got immediately, I have implemented. That is what. And I've organized so many children parties, and I used to offer a lot of, whatever information. I used to just extend to all my friends. I used to say, if at all you're busy, just leave your children to my house. That ways I used to try and develop a lot of the friendship with the Lord. I used to organize such free summer camps, because I myself, I enjoy dance, singing, painting, all that. So I used to organize all these things and let the children be 3-4 hours at my house. So all, so it was, so, I mean, you have to really do all these things. If at all you, I think the initial years. So that's what these have really helped me.
Totally, friends, I think we can't agree more, because at Mitra for Life,
Yeah.
a foundation is creating circle of friendships, right?
Right.
So, and every program and every event that we have curated are with volunteers, right? Uh, College students, young working professionals. So we've always maintained that ratio, one-on-one ratio
Wonderful.
with college volunteers. And we also have a youth club which runs every Saturday, wherein the youngsters just hang out with volunteers over a
Right.
session of drama, art. It could be just fireless cooking,
Wow.
and just like how you and me meet up friends in
Yes.
team parlor. Basically, give them life beyond walls of school and all the
That's what is
sessions.
needed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what life is all about.
totally. and and Tejal, another thing, I think a lot of parents would probably need some guidance and help is on bad days, right? Because they really come as a surprise. It can get thrown on your face, and you don't. It comes at times when you really don't expect it out of the blue. How so? Where do you draw your strength from, and how do you prepare yourself for the next day?
Oh, every day I go into the mirror, and I say, this is the best day of my life. And it really works. I don't know how many people believe me, but I tell myself, and every day in the morning also, I do a very nice thank you prayer, which I have created in a musical way. So I
Can
say
you share
that,
that with us?
oh yes, you should sing with me
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I think Arpita is also
there.
game.
Okay, so it's thank you, God, for keeping me. I do actions also, because it's with
Mm.
my daughter. I have to do a lot of actions. Okay, so it goes
Okay.
like that.
Okay, here
So
we go. Come on,
Yes,
Arpita.
Yes,
everyone,
yes.
do it.
Yeah, everybody.
Yes, so it's like first we fold hands and we say, "Thank you, God, for keeping me alive. Thank you, God, for my lovely smile. Thank you, God, for my mama and papa. And thank you, God, for the food we eat. Thank you, God, for the water we drink. And thank you, God, for the birds that sing. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. So if I don't sing a song, it starts off. Okay, Mama, you've forgotten and you have to start it now.
What a blessing you are, Tejal. I think to everybody around and to everybody who knows you, I think your smile is infectious, the energy and the
Oh, thank
positivity that you carry with you. I think you just rub it off on, I think, everybody you meet, right? And I'm personally so inspired and
you.
I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
waiting too. And now I think Corona is gone, so we have to meet up.
Yeah. So you say this every single day.
Yes, I
Saying
say
this to
this every
yourself.
single day,
Mhm.
and I say, "Oh wow!" I mean, the moment I get up, wow, I'm just alive. I mean, the very fact that we are alive is such an important. We always think that the other person is going to die, and we never value. I mean, we are alive. So many people, thousands of people are dying, and we are alive. We have one more day to us. So I just be in the moment. I mean, I celebrate every moment. And I'm so blessed. So that's one thing I do every day to be positive. And of course, there are. It's not like always 24/7. Even I have a lot of issues happening. But I whenever I have issue, I consider that aspect as really small because then I start thinking of so many other good things happening to me. So automatically I have observed that that particular problem of mine, it just goes off because I don't focus much on that problem. So what happens is my entire positive energy just it takes that negative energy off. So the other because otherwise so many other things are happening very well. And if this one thing is happening, if I give to what I have observed earlier before Khushi, whatever problems I had, I just focus on that only before she was born. Just keep on focusing. So much of time waste, and I would end up doing nothing. So the moment after she was born, I got a right path and my brain got sorted thanks to her. That I realized that the faster I did the my whatever I needed to do, I could see the results faster. If I would have just wasted the time, I understand that we all are mothers and everybody goes through that initial phase of trauma and denial. I can understand. I also have gone through, but luckily I've come out. Thankfully, I have come out of it really fast because of the environment, I think, and people accepting so fast and getting the right people on time. So always I would suggest whoever is listening to me and feeling low, please connect with me. And I will surely give you a smile.
We open to questions now.
Yes.
So anybody, any question, please unmute and you're free to ask.
Yeah, we can do that. Please, you can either ask or you can also type in the chat box. Um, so another thing was, okay, I had another question as well.
Sure.
How was it for you to accept that, your daughter has Down syndrome, right? Because we have parents here, or the recording, we will put it up on our YouTube channel, and it can, reach many families and many parents who have just heard the news, and that they're blessed with a child with Down syndrome, but they're still negative about it, and they're so shattered, right? What would you tell them, Tejal?
I would tell them that, my child has, changed my life for the better. And I have known so many parents whose life have been changed for better. And we have enough research and everything is there. It's not like I'm just faking it. I can just, share you. And then my child has given me, she's fueled me the purpose of life. When what more beautiful can it be? So I would just say that I really can understand and relate to them that the initial phase of denial is there, like I already mentioned to you. It's really heartbreaking, the first 3 months. And if you don't get the right people, and now the generation is so blessed, they have no reason to complain. They have everything on the platter. They just have to take it. The entire medical team is set, the best doctors we have in the country. We have all the courses organized. For everything, we have it all sorted. They don't have to worry. So it's just that they should be connected to us. But that's the whole issue, that we have not been able to, connect to everybody who is born with Down syndrome, because of course, the huge population. And as you know, there are like 30,000 children with Down syndrome born every year in India. And most of them are born in the village areas. And that is how we are. But still, our Down Syndrome Federation of India is doing a lot of work to reach out to all these small cities, because now that we have a very good team, so we are trying to help out as much as possible. So please, anybody who needs any kind of support of anything, counseling till medical, they should just reach out to us, and we would make sure that they have the best life and they feel good.
I also stumbled upon a few sessions of science workshops. So how did that start? Because I'm really interested to enroll myself in it. Can I? Or,
Wow. Yeah.
because I really would like to take part in that. How did that happen? And I also read about Ganit. Could you tell us a little bit more about those ventures of yours?
Sure. So science, basically, generally what happens is uh, our children generally tune out of the little science which they are exposed to, is what I had observed. Then I thought, why was it happening? It was just happening because it was just done in a very regular textbook fashion. So not all our children are gaming. Even I get really bored just reading. It has to be very creative. Then most of us, right? Anything which is creative is so catchy, and you can observe it faster. You can actually start implementing really fast. So that is how I got hold of some professors who are doing good work in science experiments. So then I was just researching a lot about what all experiments they do, and I myself did a lot of experiments at home, and I attended some of the demo sessions which they had. It was just amazing, and they never used to do with special needs children. So my idea was, why to always connect with special educators, or people who are already there in special needs community. Why not include the regular people who are interested in in our children? That would make an inclusive society, right? Because anyway, whoever is interested on our special educators, or already working in that particular field, it'll be easier for us to work with them. They're already equipped. So already we are doing that. That is okay. But how to make the society more inclusive is to include regular people who are working with regular children. So that is how these are all regular science professors, okay? And they are doing such amazing creative stuff, such amazing creative stuff. And they have a mindset that no, special needs children or people with Down syndrome, none of them can understand this. So then I said, okay, let me just attend some few of demo sessions with you. And if there is some tweaking, let us just work it out together. So then I did it, maybe a 3 months research. I did it along with them. I attended the demo, and concepts which work for our children, because I work with them, and so I know how exactly it works. So then we tweaked, and then we developed this program, and it is running so beautifully. You should just attend one of our sessions, and you will see how the children and the adults are actually giving presentations to their teachers in school, that this is the experiment they are teaching. If you know of Head Start Montessori, so there is one child, one teenager who has joined in our science program, and the teacher was absolutely taken aback that she presented the entire thing, because it was full, everything she was doing, it's hands-on, right? And she's seeing the changes happening, the chemical reactions happening, and she's understanding, because and simultaneously they're talking. So that's how I thought, and I did one trial session, and then I said, this is going to happen forever now. And also the Guinness Book of World Record had called me, because this has not happened anywhere in the world, that the people with any of difficulties or Down syndrome have been given this opportunity of exploring science. So they were also very keen, but of course I had not reached the number. They need a 1,500 number. I should be educating 1,500 people with who have done this program. Then they put it in the record. But imagine, people have not yet explored this. So that is how they reached out to me.
Wow, such a great initiative, and it's a very creative idea and very new, I must say, right?
Yeah,
I think it was the first
I'm
ever.
learning so much from that.
And this is across all abilities, Tejal, or is it?
Yes, yeah, it's all across. I have people with autism,
Okay.
so I have learning disability. I mean,
Okay.
it's a mix.
And any specific age group?
No, there is no specific age group. I give concepts, and the parents are free to decide as to
Okay.
which program they want to join. So if at all, I have electricity. I mean, there are different concepts, magnetism. So all these concepts for if at all they want to introduce, even a 10-year-old would also like
Right.
to learn, and maybe an 18-year-old also.
Oh,
They're
fantastic.
not exposed, that is a surprise for me. I have, that is what I researched. So many parents I spoke, they said that in the school, they don't have the science subject. Can you believe, for our children? Because
Right.
they can't understand, it seems. That is what the teachers are saying.
Absolutely, Tejal. This is such a brilliant thing. Please do share details about the sessions, and we'll see if we can have something that we can work between Mitra and our
Surely, the
happiness
next
is Khushi,
next
and
program.
come up with something. Yeah. Because
we
we
will-
have fairly a larger group, so
Lovely.
I'm just thinking out of the box here, and it would be lovely if we can come up with something. And science is something that's so untouched, right? Yeah.
So exciting.
I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, one of the experiments was just to make the children understand what the cloud formation was, how the rain comes. So, we had taken a shaving cream, shaving cream and water on the glass, and put the shaving cream, and then a little bit of color put on the shaving cream. So what happens is, how does the rain form? When the cloud is not able to, hold the rain, the rain hold the water, the rain droplets start coming. So it was so easy for them to understand, because the color was put on the shaving foam, and slowly the droplets of the color were coming down in the water. So they understood the concept of rain, and they could explain it, because it was done so visually and hands-on. So, I mean, I got so much hope that time. I was like, wow. The more you do it, the more ideas you get.
Right. Totally. Fabulous. I think.
And Sujani, you were asking me about the math scores. So the math scores also happened in a similar way. So this we have developed with IRC, in collaboration with IRC. So with IRC's team, we were thinking that, maths, everybody, if they think of maths, it is like one very, very, straight face everybody has. Okay, maths, our children can't do. Again, that also is very similar to science ways we have actually started off. And that was basically for the parents is what we have initiated. And it was so beautifully taken. Again, that is for, depending on the concepts. If your child has not learned certain concepts, you can do the primary level. Then we have 2 levels. So there are 2 courses which we have developed. So the same idea is there to give a lot of different techniques wherein we have movement, how maths can be taught through movement, through visuals, through stories. A lot of people cannot think that it is beyond textbook also. Just like why only literature why only literature can have drama? Even maths can have drama. That's what we try to bring through this course, different ways, different techniques, which a parent is again equipped and it's ready to just use it. So once they do this course, they get all the information and everything. And it's, they have like 5 different options of different methods. So they can't just, they'll not be short of ideas because many times, even 3-4 options doesn't work. So we have to look at the 5th option. So that is how we developed this course and it has been taken up so well. So we will be launching another November 20th is our next batch.
Wow, commendable and congratulations. I think, I don't know, Arpita's also, she might be considering this for Siddhartha also, right, Arpita? And hope we add on more batches, right? And we have more lovers of math and science, the fundamentals of life.
Yes.
I think without both, I don't think there would be any life that we are living today.
So true.
Wonderful. It's been a fabulous and inspirational evening with you, Tejal. Thank you so much for agreeing to join our session today, especially this month as it's very special.
Yes.
As we celebrate.
Very special and very close to my heart also.
Right. Over to you, Arpita.
Thank you. My God, Tejal, no words.
Oh, thank you.
No words at all. They say a mother can move a mountain. They've proved it. Never. Truly our children are an inspiration. And you have proved it to the T. Beautiful journey.
Thank you so much.
Many more to come.
Absolutely.
Keep walking this path and many more, touch many more lives.
Yeah. Never give up. And never
Absolutely.
give up is what my aim is. So I will make sure to reach out to the best of my capacity to anybody who needs me, needs my help.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So on behalf of Mitra for Life and all the parents here present today evening, I would like to thank Tejal for sharing the wonderful journey and your valuable time. It was so inspiring. So many takeaways. Thank you so much, And we have a program called Youth Club, which Sujani already mentioned, every Saturday from 4 to 5. And we also have Dad's Club, which runs every alternate Sundays.
Yeah. Please invite me one time. I would love to be part of it.
Yeah, sure. So please go through mitraforlife.org and join us today itself. To all the people present here.
Yeah.
Parents in the audience. Yeah.
I'll just put
my number. No, please go ahead. No, go ahead, Arpita. Sorry.
Okay. So thank you all the parents and the audience for attending today's session, and we look forward seeing you again next Thursday in our tea time chat. Thank you. Have a very good evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.